For Splodinator.com, I'm Noobs. Welcome to day one of our coverage of E3 2014. We just got done with the Nintendo Digital event. I'm here to tell you all about it. Now, of course, Nintendo going with the pre-recorded route, and frankly, straight away, I think you could tell why they made that decision. The presentation here was frankly exceptional. This was a huge improvement over last year. Hilarious Robot Chicken sketches throughout, but especially to start with, very entertaining stuff. Just throughout, anyone speaking, there were no flubbed lines. It's all very cleanly edited, well-paced. From a pure presentation perspective, I really get why Nintendo does these pre-recorded. As for the actual news, though, let's get through the non-surprises first. Yarn Yoshi finally makes its real debut. It's now called Yoshi's Woolly World. Look fantastic, great art style still. Very much a worthwhile follow-up to Kirby's Epic Yarn. This will be coming out in 2015, and 2015 is going to become very apparent. That's the theme of this show. Let's see, we got good looks at Pokemon Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby for 3DS. Those are coming November 21st, 2014. They look like X and Y. What'd you expect? We got a good look at Hyrule Warriors. That's coming September 26th. X finally has a title, and it is Xenoblade Chronicles X. Somewhat confusingly, sort of delayed in a sense. That's coming 2015. Let's get into some more shocking news. Captain Toad, you remember from Super Mario 3D World. I guess a bit of a hit. I mean, he had sort of those special, unique levels within 3D World. He's now getting his own spin-off game. That's coming 2014. Probably the biggest news of the show is that Bayonetta 2 will include the entirety of the original Bayonetta game. So that's really exciting. That's huge right there. That game is coming October 2014. That really puts me over the top. I'm officially excited. As well, they showed some fun Nintendo costumes for Bayonetta. Kirby and the Rainbow Curse. This is my second favorite bit of news from the whole thing. This is quite obviously a Canvas Curse sequel, although the art style is sort of clay-like. That's coming to Wii U, but again, it plays like Canvas Curse. By far my favorite Kirby game, the only one I really, really loved, but that is coming in 2015 as well. As was leaked a little ahead of the show, Mario Maker is real, so the rumors were true. They showed a very powerful tool set for manufacturing your own Mario levels. They also showed both NES and New Super Mario Bros. Style graphics for the game. I think that has serious potential. Again, 2015. The game they might have spent the longest on in the whole show is something called Splatoon. That's right, Nintendo is bringing out a brand new IP. Believe it or not, yes, this is happening. It is an online 4v4 third-person shooter, super cartoony, super bright, and you're not shooting each other, you're actually spraying paint all over the place. And the idea is to compete against the other team on a mission to paint more of the map with your color than they managed to paint with their color. You transform between human and squid. The squid can move through the paint very easily. You can move quickly through your own colored paint, but very slowly through the opposition paint color. It looks like a ton of fun. It's exciting to see Nintendo going in this direction and actually trying something new, and this looks pretty innovative too. Let's move on to some of the other projects we knew were cooking. Starting with the NFC figures. These are officially called Amiibo, as in M-I-I, Amiibo. Smash Bros. Wii U will be the first game to use them, and you can build up your character stats within the figure. That was pretty much expected. They even mentioned that the figures would be working with Mario Kart 8 somehow. It sounds like they will be taken advantage of in some capacity across a large number of games, but they also seem very optional. So something of a relief there, actually. And we got to talk about Smash. They actually opened the show with Smash, announcing that Miis would be finally playable in Smash Brothers. They're actually going to be somewhat customizable. You can choose sort of a character class. I think there's 4, and then within those there are a number of customizable moves you can choose. So the Miis really are your own. Sakurai was also saying not only can you play as yourself now, but now you get to use all of those crazy Miis that look like celebrities or, you know, all kinds of different characters. It's a relief for him that now, instead of people hassling him to put all these characters into Smash, you can just make them yourself. So that's really cool. Palutena from Kid Icarus, also playable. People had speculated on that one for a long time, so that's cool. And then after the show, we actually finally got some details on that Smash Bros. GC controller. Before this show, I was expecting exactly this to happen, and it all is. The adapter itself will be $20. You can buy the GameCube controllers on their own for $30 with the Smash branding on there. And a bundle will be available for $100 that'll include the game, the adapter, and a controller. So it's all great news. Very expected, but great to hear. And then, yes, we did get our very first sneak peek at Zelda for Wii U. Almost nothing was said. It appears to have a very Skyward Sword art style, maybe even a little more toon shaded, cell shaded. But the really exciting news there is that it is open world. Enuma went to lengths explaining, you know, there's just a big shot of an open field with trees and mountains, and he's just saying you can go anywhere here. You know, it's just open. You can do anything you want. It's really a return to form of original Zelda. He contrasted it with Wind Waker, where, you know, it was a big open area you could explore, but then there were just these little islands of very carefully built environments, right? Well, this is just blown wide open. So that is super exciting. The graphics look awesome. Again, 2015 game, but man alive, that is a hard wait. This is exactly what I want to see from Zelda. Nintendo is actually kind of hard to rate. So far, we've really just talked about the conference proper, the digital event, and I'm going to give them a 3.5 out of 5. Some good announcements. It was very well put together, but really not a ton of surprises or earth-shattering stuff, right? Plus, a lot of disappointments just in terms of those release dates. That was a lot of 2015s in there. Having said that, the news keeps going from them. Before the show, Time actually posted an article early. There was a big leak right before the show on Miyamoto's new projects that we've been waiting so long to hear about. 3 games. One's called Project Giant Robot, one's called Project Guard, and the third one, yes, is actually Star Fox for Wii U. Now, the interesting thing about all of these is their control schemes. Giant Robot is largely motion controlled using the tablet. Project Guard is more touchscreen focused, and then Star Fox as well, which looked very, very early, and frankly, the very kind of off-screen glimpse we got of it looks like Star Fox 64. So I'm apprehensive here. It is motion controlled with the tablet for aiming. You maneuver your vehicles with the joysticks at least. So there's a lot more to hear on that before I'm convinced. But technically, yes, Star Fox is in production for Wii U. And then more after the show, we got Mario Party 10 was announced and confirmed, where it looks like it's 5-player with the tablet player playing Bowser, sort of interfering against the other players while they play their mini games. Professor Layton versus Ace Attorney confirmed for North America. That's coming in August. Of course, there's still so many opportunities for more Nintendo news. We've got the Smash Invitational later today. Tomorrow, there's a developer roundtable for a totally unannounced 3DS game. I get the feeling that there really is plenty more Nintendo news to come. That 3DS game, I mean, that could be anything. Like, who knows? That could be Majora's Mask. Could be a new Metroid. Like, I have a real feeling that that's going to be our megaton of the show. Let's hope it's for 2014. Right now, I'd say Nintendo is sort of neck and neck in terms of E3. It's a decent showing so far, but I think they still. I would say that Nintendo is my favorite to pull ahead and win the show overall, though, just because I do get the sense that they still have more to go. Let me know what you think about all of these announcements in the comment section below. Which of these games are you most excited for? Which bore you? Do you think Nintendo had a good presentation overall? And you know what? Let's hear your crazy speculation about what this other 3DS game is. Well, it's anybody's guess.